Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Mr. Lovable, also known as 120, versus Lucifer, here on Tyrannus Stan. Lucifer playing under the name Luceria as Game 1 in this series gets underway. Lucifer spawning as the white undead or gray undead on the bottom right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, we see 120 spawning as the yellow orc. Gonna go ahead and get to the 120-minute mark as what is going on? Let me slow things down a little bit. We are looking at a Dreadlord first. Dreadlord first against a Blade Master, most likely. Yes, it is going to be up against a Blade Master in this series. And Blade Master versus Dreadlord, I don't really know what to make of it. Yes, you can use Carrion Swarm, but that is just not... I think it's Carrion Swarm, that little the bats that fly out from the Dreadlord. You could use Vampiric Aura, but then you would be using ghouls a lot. Perhaps you're going to try and use Sleep. But that strategy has really gone out of favor ever since the Blade Master had the ability to walk through units. So perhaps he's going to try and sleep down grunts, but then again the Blade Master is able to get into the position where the grunt is and push him out. Not quite sure what to make of this, as the Blade Master already underway, grabbing a Circlet of Nobility and grabbing Mantle of Intelligence. Let's take a look at what the Dreadlord is doing down over here. Dreadlord opening up with Vampiric Aura first to allow for faster creeping. Now, this is a passive way of regenerating hit points, as we're going to see a skeletal minion most likely end up taking a purge and getting taken down there. No, a ghoul got it instead, and we're going to look at a renegade wizard pretty much getting taken down in a matter of seconds. Ring of Protection +2 dropped for that Dreadlord. Skeletal minions doing a great job of staying alive, using that Vampiric Aura, now up to 29 hit points as the Dreadlord is now at level 2. Blade Master already at level 2 and picks up for himself Claws of Attack +6. A very nice item on that Blade Master indeed, as he's already able to do upwards of 58 damage before you even factor in critical strike. Alright, back over here, what's happening? The Dreadlord now wandering around, sitting at 700 hit points, 300 mana, and still I do not know what to make of this. The Dreadlord sells the Ring of Protection +2 and now using and picking up more Rods of Necromancy. We see the tech to tier 2, and this front door area is rather sparse. You don't see very much static defense. You don't have a Nerubian tower to push back if the Blade Master even tried to harass, and this game is just turning into a simple, I guess, PVC, or just playing against the computer, taking out the forest trolls and all of these creep camps. Both sides really looking to get to a higher level on their heroes before venturing forth. Alright, the ghouls now regenerating hit points there. You can see how fast that this Sasquatch will be taken down. Dust of Appearance used as a cautionary tale. Never ever want to give free experience, gold, and items to a Blade Master who may be standing by. Alright, Dreadlord gonna come in here, finish off this 3-1-1 creep camp. Meanwhile, the Blade Master is looking for what exactly his opponent is going to be doing, and this Dreadlord here is going to be that strange unit. Alright, the Blade Master does not want to try and engage, and there is a quick sleep. The Blade Master is going to end up getting surrounded, may try to windwalk, and you can see that the damage is being added to that Dreadlord there. Dreadlord now trying to back off, but this is not going to be good news for that Dreadlord. Dreadlord quickly uses a sleep, uses a replenishment potion, and the Blade Master just being forced to stand there for a little while. Alright, this is going to be bad news. The Dreadlord could get taken down. There it goes. There is another sleep on that Blade Master, and the Dreadlord looks like he will be able to no, he's not going to be able to survive this unless he uses a potion in time. No, he does not, and that is just bad news there. Blade Master may end up getting surrounded. What is going on here? Blade Master now trying to get away. There's that one Nerubian tower. The grunts have really led out there, and that was just an absolute I don't know, sham mockery. Anyone who knows what I'm referencing, hats off to you. Anyways, that was just an insult to injury there, as all of a sudden Lucifer is going to be without his hero, not be able to creep, and during this time the Blade Master should be able to get to level 4 and perhaps shore up his tech while he's at it, as the Undead will not be able to venture out with any units. Now, Are we going to look at Ghoul Frenzy? Are we looking at additional heroes? This is all the million-dollar question now, as the ghouls should really be trying to do something out on the field. One ghoul gets taken down. Blade Master down to 98 hit points, down to 72, as the low hit point ghouls may get taken out, yes, by the creeps. Things are just going from bad to worse for Lucifer, as 120 is now holding onto a Robe of Magi, may be able to take down a Blade Master as well. Oh, look at this ghoul. The ghoul down to 39 hit points, unable to get away, as the Blade Master going to get another quick kill there. There it goes. And the Blade Master down to 40 hit points survives. The Dreadlord, a day late and $1 short, would have gotten a sleep on a Blade Master, and that would have been the end of that. Oh, if he wasted any time to try and resurrect that Dreadlord, that is just going to come back to haunt him. Dreadlord sitting at level 2 will get to level 3 right here, right now. And that was just one of those minor differences that would have made a world of difference here, as we're looking at a skeletal minion now making its way out. Dreadlord taking a fair bit of damage, really needs to get in some attacks here to try and regenerate hit points. There you go. Every hit does regenerate 6 hit points there for that Dreadlord, as the Dreadlord is still looking at Vampiric or a level 1, perhaps with a level 2 sleep. Blade Master currently sitting at level 3, gonna get to level 4 off of this creep camp there, just a little bit shy. Shadowhunter still sitting at level 1 though, as the skeletal minion gets taken down. Meanwhile, we can take a look. Dark Ranger, the follow-up hero for Lucifer. So it is a Dreadlord Dark Ranger combination, something we have not seen in quite some time. The Dark Ranger, if silence goes down on the Blade Master, followed after a sleep, things can go from bad to worse for a Blade Master relatively quickly, as he is unable to walk out. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going down here. And you see damage is being dealt to the rest of the creep camps, as that the Kobold Taskmaster quick hiatus, taking a quick break there, sleeping it off, only to wake up to find himself completely surrounded by a whole bunch of undead. Dark Ranger now with Wand of Mana Stealing. That may work out well for the Dark Ranger, as the Dark Ranger is a rather intensive hero for a mana, really needing to use a lot of sleep. Meanwhile, back over here, Wind Rider trying to take down the Acolytes here. Not going to work, as a Nerubian Tower and a Spirit Tower now being added to the mix. We are looking at Obsidian statues coming in. Also, the Dark Ranger able to get off a couple of easy attacks onto that Wind Rider there. It doesn't look like we are getting into Crypt Fiends yet, as the Blade Master quickly slips away. Dust of Appearance is used, so the Blade Master is currently revealed if a unit is within sight. Meanwhile, the Shadowhunter on the far side of the map continuing to creep, and this game is looking good for 120. Lucifer gonna have a little bit more problems here, as the Wind Rider looking to take out a couple of ghouls here. The Blade Master is currently inside the space, and what was that? That is an Orb of Corruption on the Dreadlord, allowing him to get a ranged attack against air. That's going to be very bad, as we also see 120 prepping Goblin Sappers. Goblin Sappers, a very strong unit against unsuspecting undead players. And with those Goblin Sappers coming around the corner, that may be just horrible news. We are looking at a second crypt, perhaps trying to train up some gargoyles. Blade Master is still hiding inside the base right here, right now, as the Dreadlord is waiting to get more mana and perhaps another Obsidian statue before venturing forth. All right, Blade Master is still hiding right there. Not going to be any real problems. And running straight into a base right there. And the Wind Rider almost gets taken out. If the Orb of Corruption on the Dreadlord had landed, that -5 armor would have been enough to take him out with the base attack of that Dreadlord. Blade Master is currently asleep. Are we going to see... No, we're not going to see anything really there, as the Blade Master able to slip away. Windwalk still well on its way, not going to be wearing down anytime soon. Shadowhunter most likely at level 3. No, still sitting at level 2, very close to level 3. Meanwhile, the Blade Master with Windwalk is going to venture forth again, perhaps wait for the units. And here is the Goblin Sappers. Oh, Goblin Sappers right here, right now. Oh, it's going to be backed off. No, get taken down. The cold attack just far too much. The Blade Master wanted to tank that damage, but he was Windwalked, so he was not aggroed. Meanwhile, the Dreadlord now making his way off over here. You can see Tauren Chieftain now being added. So Orc going uncharacteristically for the Fortress, adding in a third hero. Meanwhile, back over here to the top right, you can take a look at the Undead. Undead only sitting on 2 heroes right here, right now. And the Dreadlord with the Dark Ranger, is it gonna be enough? Alright, the Ghouls, do they have Ghoul Frenzy? No, it doesn't appear so, but they are moving around rather quickly and regenerating a whole bunch of hit points. The Dark Ranger has Black Arrow now. It looks like she did sell that Wand of Mana Stealing as the Dreadlord gets to level 4. Dark Ranger and Vampiric Aura on Gargoyles. If you needed any more any more damage on those gargoyles or make them stronger against Wind Riders, give them Vampiric Aura, and the Wind Rider just cannot win out even with their piercing damage. Units are now looking to back off here. You can see one Dark Minion coming in 9 to 10 damage, trying to go after the poor peons who are just working to collect gold. Ghouls are now going to be coming in here, and the Dreadlord is ready and waiting. Gargoyles are in the back here, and there you go. The units are ready to engage. In come the Wind Riders, and what is going to be come of this? That is the big question. Dark Ranger now trying to engage. Gargoyles may try to come in as well, and here you go. There is the attack. Gargoyles, however, getting focused down far too quickly. Blade Master with the Orb of Lightning, able to deal more damage, and that is the problem. Blade Master now was currently asleep, now waking back up. No, still sleeping. No one has attacked the Blade Master as of yet, and that is the big issue, as a Wind Rider able to escape down to 55 hit points, and it looks like it will be able to back off. Tauren Chieftain falls at level 1. Shadowhunter currently silenced as the Gargoyles are still ripping their way through the Wind Riders. Alright, Dreadlord now trying to come in here. Oh, there's the attack now. What is happening? Obsidian Statue now trying to back off. Gargoyles should really be going after the Wind Riders. Not quite sure why they're not doing that, as the Ghouls are just swarming around the Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter gonna get taken down. Blade Master gonna try to push him out, and he does do exactly that. Now with the speed scroll in order to get away, but this is still not looking all too good. The Gargoyles more than enough, as we now see a sleeping Blade Master with no one to tap him on the shoulder and wake him up. Healing Wave, gonna try and push out that Shadowhunter, not gonna work, as the Blade Master was unable to get an attack off, and with the Shadowhunter and Tauren Chieftain both fallen at level 3 and level 1, it looks like the Undead Lucifer is gonna take game 1 in a surprising strategy of Ghouls and Gargoyles, paying respect to the days of old Reign of Chaos. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1 in this series. Please stay tuned for game number 2.